Imagine waking up to a news alert. Overnight, the Insurrection Act has been triggered. It sounds like something out of a political thriller, but this is real life and it's happening right now. The world you knew yesterday might look very different today. But let's break down what that actually means, and why April 20th suddenly matters so much. This isn't just another date on the calendar. It's a moment that could reshape the country's future, and maybe even your own daily life. So, here's the deal. The Insurrection Act gives the president the extraordinary power to deploy the military onto American streets, not for a parade but to restore order when things spiral out of control. It's a tool that's rarely used, reserved for moments when the government believes the nation is at risk from within. If the president feels regular law enforcement isn't cutting it, federal troops roll out. Suddenly, the line between civilian and military authority blurs, and the streets you walk every day could be patrolled by soldiers instead of police. And state governors? They can't say no. Even if local leaders object, federal authority overrides them. The chain of command shifts and decisions are made from the very top. It's not martial law technically. Civil government still runs, but now, soldiers enforce the rules. You might still see city officials and mayors on TV, but the real muscle on the ground is military. Now the rumors, maybe you've heard them. Enemies within, who's on that list? Immigrants, activists, dual citizens. The definition of threat can shift quickly, and suddenly people who were your neighbors yesterday might be viewed with suspicion. Basically, anyone who sticks out or speaks up could get flagged as suspicious. The atmosphere grows tense and trust in your community can erode overnight. Some sources even talk about mass deportations or detentions without trial. The fear is real, families worry about being separated, and the idea of due process starts to feel like a distant memory. Is that confirmed? Not yet. But the uncertainty alone is enough to keep people on edge, glued to their screens, searching for answers. But let's just say it's got a lot of people worried. The anxiety is contagious. Conversations at work, in coffee shops and online all circle back to the same question: what happens next? If things escalate, martial law could be on the table. That's when the military takes over completely, and civilian rights can be suspended in the name of security. Picture this: curfews, military checkpoints, internet blackouts. The city you know becomes unrecognizable, and your freedom to move, speak, or even connect online could vanish overnight. Your right to protest? Gone. Public spaces that once buzzed with energy and debate now stand empty, guarded, and silent. Free speech? Maybe not so free anymore. Journalists face new risks, and even sharing your opinion online could draw unwanted attention. It's a serious power shift, and honestly, it's not something most of us have ever seen on this scale. History books talk about these moments, but living through one is a different story. So what can you do? First, don't panic, but do prepare. Staying calm and focused is your best defense against chaos. Gather your key documents, IDs, birth certificates, anything important. Make digital backups. If you need to leave in a hurry, you'll want everything ready and accessible. Protect your privacy. Use VPNs, encrypt your messages, clear your digital footprint as best you can. In times like these, information is power, and protecting yours is crucial. Pack a go bag: water, food, meds, cash, phone charger. And know your rights. Martial law isn't lawlessness. Even in a crisis, you have protections. Learn them and keep them close. Civil defense groups can help. These organizations are built for moments like this, offering support, information, and sometimes even legal aid. Most important, connect with your neighbors. When things get tense, your community is your lifeline. In uncertain times, solidarity and mutual aid can make all the difference. This isn't about fear, it's about being ready. Preparation is empowering, and it helps you support others too. April 20th could be a turning point, or just another day. The outcome depends on how leaders act, and how citizens respond. But if power goes unchecked, freedom becomes a luxury. The choices made now will echo for years to come. Ask yourself, if it comes down to obedience or resistance, where do you stand? These are the moments that define us, as individuals and as a nation. A silent citizen is a complicit one. Your voice matters even when it feels risky to use it. Stay informed, stay ready. In times of uncertainty, knowledge and preparation are your best allies.